please tell us the routine of today and news, please.
All right, today is Tuesday, January 30th, 2025. Here's your routine. Morning check in. Start by reviewing your charts, especially Bitcoin and the JPCSF pairs you've been tracking. Market review. Look for any big economic releases today, such as PMI reports or any significant movements in major pairs. News update. Focus on any market moving news, especially from the US dollar, Chinese developments, or Japan's central bank decisions. Trade setup. Assess the market for any potential range bound conditions where you might enter trades based on your Test 1, Test 2 strategy. Post market. After your morning review, finalize your watch list and prepare for any trading opportunities that may arise later. Ready to roll into the news?
Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, January 30th, 2025. Here's your news report. Market overview. Economic data. We're watching for key reports, including any updates on the US dollar's movement and Chinese developments, particularly around the Chinese PMI. These are often influential for Asian market movement. Bank of Japan. Keep an eye on any announcements regarding Japan's monetary policy, interest rates. The market is always sensitive to their decisions. Global sentiment. Global market volatility could rise today as various political or economic developments unfold, including any shifts in South Korea's political landscape. As the day progresses, let's keep an eye on significant price movements, especially around your key levels like 13975, where price tends to react favorably. With that said, let's head over to the charts and start analyzing potential setups based on this morning's news and market activity. Ready to dive in?
Yes, which chart is the best chart to look at for now? I would say Bitcoin
Since you're
first.
focusing on Japanese yen, JPY, and Swiss franc, CHF pairs today, and you've been tracking these closely, it might be best to start with those pairs. Also, if you've marked key levels on the 4-hour time frame, you can use that as a good guiding chart for potential trades. If you're observing Bitcoin's consolidation, coil movements, that's also a good chart to check for price action setups. Would you like to focus on any of those charts first or go
We,
with something else today?
we go across the board on Japanese, across the board, looking for
Great.
correlation.
Let's dive into the Japanese yen JPY pairs across the board.
1
Then
hour
we'll check
chart.
key levels on the 4-hour chart for each pair and look for any potential breakouts or reversals that could align with your strategy. Start by focusing on the pairs that have been showing the strongest movements and keep an eye out for any signs of weakness or strength. Just as we discussed earlier, I'll help you spot the opportunities. Ready to analyze the first pair?
Yes.
Let's begin with USJP. Check the 4-hour chart for any recent price action around your key levels. Look for a potential test at a strong level, like a support or resistance, and identify any clear bullish or bearish patterns. If there's indecision or a long wick forming, we might have a good signal for a move. Take a moment to review the chart. Do you see anything that stands out?
Right now my chart is not loading, it's just about loading up. And the computer experience hard heavy loading. So given some moment it's loading. I just opened Japanese at 4-hour chart across the board, and we're looking for from there, and then we'll see what happening if we have any correlation. You seen any?
Got it. It sounds like the chart is still loading, so no rush. Once everything's up and running, we'll start analyzing the Japanese yen pairs across the board on the 4-hour chart. We'll look for any setups, key levels, or price action signals to guide us. Just let me know once you're able to see everything, and we'll dive into the analysis.
All right, we got at least uh, yeah, it's loading up.
Awesome. It sounds like you're all set. What do you see on the chart? Are there any key levels or patterns starting to form on the JPY pairs? Let's take a look and start analyzing from there.
Okay, look like from my view in front of me, I see correlation.
It seems like you are about to describe what you see on the chart. Could you share the details so we can start analyzing together? What's standing out to you right now on the Japanese yen pairs?
Every pair point to no direction except USJPY. That US is weak according to Japanese yen, and it weak in this case is pulled back for the higher time
It
frame.
sounds like USD JPY is showing a potential bearish bias, with the US dollar weakening against the Japanese yen. This could be a sign of strength in JPY for now. If the other pairs aren't showing a clear direction, that's something to keep in mind. Are there any specific key levels on USD JPY that you're watching for potential entry points or confirmation? If there's a price action pattern forming, we can use that as a guide to time an entry.
Yes, it's just right on the key level. That's very important level. It pulled back to touching this level for the buyer who not able to get in from the first place. Now they're waiting for the price, the good price, so they can get in. Like, come back, don't leave without me. Lift me up with you. Give me a piggyback, big boy, like that. So it's fight here at this area, and I will tell you what that area is. Call out number 154.45. That's the
Got it.
area.
So, you're watching the key level on 54, and the price is revisiting it, likely giving buyers who missed the initial move a second chance to get in. This sounds
Okay.
like the kind of setup where you're looking for a don't leave without me moment, where a long wick could signal indecision, followed by a potential move upwards as buyers step in.
Hmm.
Once the price hits this level, and if you see a strong reaction, especially a wick or a reversal candle, that could be your cue to prepare for the move. Do you
Hmm.
see any signs of that reaction forming around the 154 level right now?
At this point, it's show me that this
It seems like you're still observing the price action at this level. If the price is testing 154 again, look for any of those telltale signs, like a
is
doji or long wick, to indicate indecision or a possible reversal. A strong reaction here could lead to a sharp move, as the buyers who've been waiting might step in. Are you noticing any of those candlestick patterns yet, or is it still in that testing phase?
for me to I looking for test one, test two, which time frame that that occur first, because in a lower time frame it could take a long than usual. That indicate that it's not this how you say hotspot to finish the test two, set one, set two is not in the lower time frame. It's belong to the higher time frame if nothing happen in the good timing. So I looking for 4 hours now. The big godfather of the 4 hour is the daily. The daily say what? I just want to go a little peek on. So it's like set two or test two of the buyer, of the seller. Okay, sorry, of the seller. Test two, because the seller is
Exactly. You're applying your test 1, test 2 strategy on the higher time frame, focusing on the 4-hour chart as the primary guide, with the daily chart as the overarching influence. If the price is still moving slowly on the lower time frame, that suggests test 2 isn't quite finished yet. This aligns with your strategy to watch for the confirmation from the 4-hour chart and the daily chart to ensure you're in the right place. If test 2 is forming and the daily chart supports the move, you might see a stronger reaction soon. It's all about confirming that the price action is aligning with buyer intent at this key level of 154? Are you seeing